How do you travel back to the city? So now we're
Oh yeah,
moving.
this was supposed to be the easy part, right?
Yeah. Right? This is supposed to be the easy part. So we're sliding from one plan type into another. So the first plan was the occult plan of going out there and making friends with this creature, which you succeeded at, more or less.
Ish? Yeah.
Is kind of pretty close.
I mean, it would be cool if we'd get in fights at some point, because I want to try out my brutal and not to be trifled with.
Well, I mean, talk to Farouk. He's the one avoiding fights left and right. And you were the one that wound up going when the fight wound up happening at home. And so this is a transport plan. You're going to detail a pickup and drop-off location and the route. So tell me about, obviously the pickup location is here. And the drop-off location is the cafe. What is the route like between here and the cafe?
I mean, there's I imagine we try to avoid the city as much as possible. We just take like the shortest route through the city.
Yeah, but we have to get in at some point. So I'm imagining
the big thing is
one of the biggest.
There's through the Deathlands.
What's the word?
To the gate, through the city.
Yeah. So there's just like a few like set up gates through the lightning barrier.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So. I mean, what Farouk would naturally gravitate towards is just walking through with the idea that this our new friend is a shapeshifter. They can look like a fairly normal human and will just sneak on through. But Lon wants a fight, so maybe
fight at the gates. We can fight creatures on
you
the
might
Deathlands.
Fight something in the Deathlands. Yeah,
we could totally do that as a next thing where we're just gonna fight a gang.
It's also true.
Well, but you could get in like a sort of a low-level fight, not like a fight to the death, but like you're causing trouble as a distraction as the rest of us go through the gate, and then hopefully you won't get like arrested. You'll just be like, oh, okay, sorry, it's a misunderstanding.
There I'd be too.
Sure.
Yeah, that's another potential. Absolutely.
Sounds good. Plausible.
Cool.
Well,
cool.
I just imagine, Lance standing in front of the gate and throwing stones at the guards. So they start chasing him and corner him somewhere, and he's like, now you'll get what you deserve. And then we pass through the gate and you beat them up and run away.
Sounds good.
So, how are you guys getting back? Like, that's the route. How are you actually traversing it?
Is the spirit resisting still, or is it just okay?
No,
I'm going with you.
No, Gold Eyes is coming along with you guys now.
Well,
I mean, the way we came, I guess. Like, I don't know how we came, but I don't remember us having a vehicle. So walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we use some of our items
do a
to get a
flashback
vehicle?
to where you get a vehicle?
Can we use some of our items to do it?
Like what kind of an item? What are you talking about?
The items from the equipment thing.
None of you have an item that would be a vehicle.
Okay.
You can, however, do a flashback to do a downtime action of acquire an asset. It would cost you 1 coin to do it out of turn. But you could get some kind of vehicle that way, or you could just walk.
Just walk. Why, why complicate things?
Take a nice stroll through the Deathlands. Breathe the fresh air out here.
Breathe the fresh mist.
Yeah.
In ominous fog and stuff like that.
Pardon me. Don't know why I'm yawning. Cool. So yeah, you guys are walking along the Deathlands. How are you avoiding all of the terrible things that live out in the Deathlands? Are you being slow and careful? Are you moving as quickly as possible and just hoping to outrun them? Are you...
I imagine I'd tell the rest to wait for me while I scout ahead, and then just do like small bits where I scout out a bit, and then I tell everybody the safest way, and then I scout out another bit.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I guess I'll help by keeping my senses open and also like pushing to go a little bit slow so that we can observe all these wondrous natural inhabitants.
Okay.
This would be a great moment to indulge in your vice. Suck up some of that nice XP. And get us into trouble.
I've got ideas, but I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. So I'll let you guys get into your own trouble, is what I'm trying to say. So Lon, you're going to scout ahead and make sure the way is clear for everyone. What action are you doing that with?
I'd like to say survey, but I imagine prowl makes the most sense.
Or hunting?
Prowl is about traveling unseen, running, jumping, swimming, hiding.
Okay, so prowl for the sneaking around, and then survey for seeing if there's trouble.
Yeah, or hunt. Either way,
or just hunt.
Work.
Right.
Okay. So you want to prowl first to be stealthy. Yeah. I think you can prowl at a risky level, and then how well you do on that is going to determine. Basically, this is you setting yourself up for your survey.
Standard effect?
Yeah.
Okay. 5.
All right, you do it. So do you want to improve your position from risky to controlled, or do you want to have a great effect?
I think I want to improve my position.
Okay. So when you roll survey, it will be controlled. But there is a consequence. Suffer harm, a complication occurs, reduced effect, desperate action. Oh, I've got a great complication, and this is a you were saying that clock wasn't ticking up fast enough. I think that Ixis wants to use your eyes, see outside the city.
Sounds
and
good.
So,
did you increase the possessive influence? Because I remembered it being 3 at 8 before.
No, it was a 2 of 8 before.
Okay.
Now it's a 4 of 8.
Damn.
You can resist that if you like, since it's a consequence, not a devil's bargain.
No.
Well, you can theoretically resist a devil's bargain's consequences too, but
I'll leave it as is.
Okay. You're like, no, this is way more fun. Sweet. Yeah. So you can go ahead and roll controlled for standard effect on survey.
Sweet. Controlled standard. Yeah. Damn.
Ouch.
Oof. Well, the good news is
that it was controlled.
Controlled. So you block, you hesitate, or you falter. You can press on and seize a risky opportunity or try a different approach. So if you continue surveying around, it will be risky. You have basically I like the idea of Ixis puts his fingers into you and takes over your sight
And then I
for a
can't see
moment, you
anymore.
cannot see anything. So you stumble and to a stop, and you wait perfectly still for your sight to come back.
Okay.
And you can continue.
I will continue.
But you don't know what happened during that 30 seconds to a minute when you were blinded.
I will totally continue.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Totally fine. It's fine. It's definitely fine.
Come on.
Oh.
I
few
reckoned
moments
I rolled
later.
a 1 and a 3, so the next 2 dice should have a good one.
Nope, they were both 2s.
Yeah.
You have
perfect.
a crit too.
Yeah, I critically.
Yeah, we just shouldn't have
things
rolled
go badly. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you end up in a desperate position, you lose this opportunity. Once again, a few moments later, your eyes go black and your vision disappears. And you were in the middle of taking a step and you stumble, twisting your ankle. Twisting your ankle is a level 1 harm.
And I imagine armor wouldn't help against that?
Yeah, it totally help.
Okay, I totally have armor.
The armor in this particular case would be sturdy boots. Boots that prevent your ankle from twisting as you place into a hole armor and almost fall.
Plenty of ankle support.
Exactly. Yeah, you end up in a disparate position. You like stumble, your boot lands badly, but you manage to keep your feet. But as you look up, you can see you can see again, but what worries you is what you can hear. Is you don't see it, but you hear something that sounds like howling on the wind. You're not sure what direction it's coming from.
Well, I mean, in that case, I definitely have to know what's going on, because I can't just leave Farouk and Leah to, deal with something that's howling. So can I try it again desperately?
Absolutely. Try it desperately. Do you want a devil's bargain or to push yourself to get any more dice on this?
I guess taking another devil's bargain is getting dangerous. So I might push myself.
Okay.
So that I can save, some of the devil's bargains for a situation where I'm willing to let Ixis have some extra hold on me for the boon I'm getting. So 2 stress, right?
Yes.
Okay. Come on. Desperate. Submit. Effect standard?
Yes.
Extra 1. Come on, dice. Okay.
There we go.
Could have
been worse. You do it. You manage to whip around and spot where the howling is coming from. And there are... You wouldn't call them wolves because they don't move like animals should. But they're roughly the same size and they howl, but they have too many joints and they bend in strange directions. They each only have 4 legs, but their faces are more teeth than anything else. They're still a ways off, but they seem to be coming in this direction.
Okay. So have they seen me? As far as I know?
You don't think so, but they may have seen the party, or they may just be going in this direction.
Do I get any disadvantage from rolling a 5?
This is a consequence that you're not 100% sure the answer of this. If you'd like to resist that consequence, you can roll insight? Yes, consequences of deception or understanding. So if you would like to know the answer to this question, you can resist the consequence of not knowing the answer of this question.
You know what? I didn't want to take much more stress, so I'm gonna...
Yeah, this seems like a good opportunity to just chance it rather than taking more stress.
I mean, we might get horribly into trouble, but I'll deal with that when that comes.
Okay.
So I will sneak back to Farouk and Leah, and I will tell them that there's horribly jointed and teethy creatures coming our way, and that we should, avoid them. Stay downwind for a bit, head around, things like that.
Okay. Do you all listen to Lon? What do you do?
Well, it seems like a good idea to stay away from that.
The Farouk thinking.
Yes. I
have a suggestion, but go ahead, Farouk.
I think that Farouk will move with you all, but he'll dawdle a little and like try and catch sight of them just because he's very curious.
Well, I think I have a solution that might work for all of us. We try to set up some sort of a trap, or if, in case those creatures come towards us, that we're ready to strike first and not be attacked out of nowhere. So we could try to position ourselves correctly and then see where they are and try to see where they're going in order to be ready in case anything bad happens, and Farouk can have the opportunity of capturing one actually and examining it.
Sure. I mean, this might as well be turn into an expedition of bring back all the strange creatures.
I've been playing far too much of gosh, what's that stupid game called? Stellaris, to know how much a bad idea that is. Means you have to. There's always that one creature that you need to do to complete the quest. That's in the far too powerful, overlord's territory, and the benefits you get for actually doing it are kind of shitty compared to what you have to do to. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to do that, you can roll that if you like.
So,
I imagine someone should have gear that helps with that.
Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have gear that I can use to make it unpleasant for them to come near. But if we're trying to actually set up an ambush and capture one, that might be a little bit different.
You could lure them into the ambush by making them avoid certain regions and head into others.
Yeah, totally.
And I see in the list tinkering tools, or climbing gear or something like that. There might be things in there that could be used.
what is trance powder?
Trance powder is something that can be used to induce like dream trances.
What trances?
Like dream-like trance states.
Oh, actually, I can have manacles and chain. We could use that as part of a trap. See if we can set up some automatically like manacles going like shutting down on a leg of this creature, and then we can use Farouk's
spirit bottle. You can also have a spirit bottle to like actually trap one of these things. Like
I mean, are they spirits?
I mean,
they didn't look like spirits.
Spirits.
Okay.
They're physical. There's some weird dog-like monstrosity.
Okay.
Why don't we just ask Yellow Eyes what those are? If
Will
he or
she
she
give
knows.
us? Will he or she give us an honest answer? I'd
I don't
rather
know.
trust.
Do they
what I
even know
see.
what it is?
I mean, go ahead. In the meantime, I'll be setting up my manacles and chain to capture a creature for Furuk, and Furuk can go set up his thing.
Okay.
While Leah asks.
Cool. Well, yeah. I'll. What form does the spirit have now, or not the spirit, but yellow eyes?
They've taken on the countenance of a burly man, kind of trying to counter intimidate you guys.
Well, first I'll ask him. So, what should we call you again?
Gold eyes will do.
Do you know what these things are that Lan just described?
Well, let's find out. I don't know. This is a luck roll to see how much they know. Bam! Yeah,
Bam!
they know.
Critically.
Goddamn everything there is to know about them. These demon dogs. They'll eat your face. They'll eat your mom's face. They'll eat your soul right out of your body. They're very dangerous. Those teeth exist both in the physical realm and the spiritual realm. You put on your damn spirit mask. Call yourself a whisper. You'd already know this.
Well, but I haven't seen them yet.
So,
Yeah, like
does
they kind of make like a nod, like I guess that's an excuse.
does Gold Eyes tell us anything that can help us set the trap better?
Yeah, they'll give you some tips if you really. They warn you this is incredibly dangerous. But we'll give you some tips on how to do it.
Well, I guess we'll just have to for science.
Well, we don't have to actually do it. I mentioned that as a in case shit gets bad. We might as well be a little bit prepared. We don't have to actually lure them in.
We could let
Yeah.
it depend on whether they were going to come towards us anyway or not.
Sure,
Yeah, but if we just stop and wait.
they will.
But no, they might run past us. We're moving along. We
Fair
could
enough.
just hide out, hope they don't see or smell us. Or, attune to us or whatever they do to find their prey. But yeah, we'd set up a trap. And then see whether they are aware of us or not. And if they are aware, we hope that our trap will be enough to capture one of them and hopefully scare away one or more of the others.
Okay.
Yeah, that probably would work. You want to go at what would blah blah. I'm running out of brain.
I mean, we could pause here and
Yeah.
do continue next session. It is at the end of the.
That's probably
Fine.
good because apparently I don't remember how to words. I think I need to eat lunch.
Well, that's okay. You only have one more game of Blades to run afterwards, right?
Actually, I'm not running a game of Blades after this. That's
Okay.
every other week. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
after this, I get to be a player.
Oh.
And that's much less stressful.
Yeah.
And once I've taken
I
my
don't get how you do it. Like after 3 to 3.5 hours, I'm done. Like jamming. Like that's
I
me
just
done.
spent
That's
all
when my brain
weekend
stops.
playing, and yeah, that's why I need to eat food because it makes my brain go.
I think that works for everyone.
works especially good for me. So yeah, we can go ahead and call it here. This is a pretty good spot. We can do some end of session stuff if you guys want to level up.
That would be nice.
I know at least one of you was pretty close. So yeah, let's go through that real quick. And let me.
Lan, you were close to
Let me get
leveling up your physical, right? Your prowess.
Let me get my notebook out from under a cat.
I am. One more prowess point, and I can put an extra point in prowl, which would have been really useful.
Or it would have been another 2 and a 1 or something.
Possibly. Well, my prowl wasn't bad. I think I rolled I rolled a 5 on my prowl. So it wouldn't have mattered if it was a 2 or a 1, but it could have been a 6.
Okay. Cool. I've made notes of where we're at right now, which is good. So let's do some. We'll start with Farouk because your character sheet's up first.
Okay.
Did you address a tough challenge with arcane power or knowledge?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah.
Not at all.
Like three times?
Yeah.
I would say. Those all go into your playbook advancements.
And it happens each time for each.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Technically, these are ones that you could be marking while we're playing, just like the.
That would be easier.
Yeah, it's desperate actions roll, but it is easier, but it's also easier for me to forget to remind you to tell. Anyway. Yeah. Then, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yeah.
I think so.
For sure. Definitely your beliefs and drives. I'm gonna give you 2 there. And
And that goes anywhere?
With your vice or trauma? Yeah, these go anywhere. Did you struggle with your vice or trauma? I mean, there were a couple of opportunities that you could have gotten weird with your vice. Weird-er. That I think you did not take?
But, well, okay, in terms of just agreeing with Lan to go out to the Deadlands to pick up a spirit rather than, like, doing it in town.
That's a good point. Yeah. I'll give you that. For sure. Okay, cool. And that can go anywhere as well. Let's talk about Lan then.
So that was 3. So that was the playbook ones, and then 3 anywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Lan, did you address a tough challenge with violence or threats?
Definitely.
You sure did. So that's 1 to your playbook. At the end of the session, I think it was just 1 time that you did that.
I mean, I did it with the gold eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do before?
We went to the noble lady.
Oh yeah, I didn't do much there. So yeah, 1 time.
And you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yes. I would say you definitely, expressed your beliefs. And how about your heritage and background? But definitely felt some belief play going on there. And I think you struggled with your
background, yeah, because Lan didn't drink.
Oh, right, because of Aruvian Moors. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was being all awkward around girls, which also was his thing. So I think he did that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, take that too. And struggle with your vice or trauma. You do not have any trauma, but you definitely struggled with your vice. Watching Farouk. Dude, back there.
Yeah.
Like,
Lan. I feel so sorry for him.
But that's worth 4 XP wherever you want to put it. So
Don't feel too
Good
bad about
job.
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
totes. Let's talk about Leah. Like, do we feel bad about Leah? Did you address a tough challenge with deception or influence? Now, this you did quite a few times.
I did with the butler of the lady, I think.
Yep. You did with the lady herself.
I did it while I don't know if that was if downtime counts, but with Bazo Bass, I guess. But
yeah, totally. So that's 3.
Deception. I tried to lie to the spirit that he
Mm.
can get revenge and everything.
Yeah, it failed miserably, but you definitely
Yeah.
tried. So, yeah, totally. That's 4 right there for you.
Cool.
Straight to your playbook.
Beliefs drives heritage background. I think I did background when I was talking to the lady.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe I got ultra jealous of the spirit, so I pulled her hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I think that's under beliefs that you're like the fairest of them all, and you're like, oh god, this beautiful woman is in front of me with her beautiful gold eyes. So jealous of the fact that she's pretty much identical to you except the eyes.
Wow. I'm so proud of this moment.
And struggle with your vice or trauma.
I don't think I did.
No, I don't think so. You didn't drop everything to go after a beautiful bauble. You don't have any traumas, so yeah. But still, you get some XPs from your beliefs and heritage there. So it's 2, wherever you want to put them. Cool. Awesome. And let's do some cult XPs real quick.
What?
Did you
Cult XP.
Oh.
The crew gets XP at the end of the session. Did you advance the agenda of your deity or embody its precepts? I think you did.
So
Definitely think you did. Did you improve the quality or quantity of your artifacts and supplications? Not really.
not yet.
Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Yes. You guys are strange and freaky. That is very true. And did you contend with challenges above your current station? Also, yes. So that is going to be enough to clear your entire XP track and get you 1 more. So you guys have another. Oops, sorry. You guys got another events to spend.
We could spend
Sweet.
it on the one we were like the other one that was mentioned. That you roll an extra dice when resisting.
It is a pretty nice ability,
Which
I
one
think.
was that?
The first one.
It's a veteran one.
Ah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a veteran one from another playbook, and it works on all things.
But a veteran one costs 2, right?
No.
Does it?
No,
I think you can just do it twice.
You can take 2 different veteran ones.
Okay. I thought it cost.
Let me find it in the chat. Forged in Fire is what it's called. Let me see if I can find which one it was. Forged in Fire. Each PC has been toughened by cruel experience. You get +1d to resistance rolls.
Well, was there a strictly better one than the one we have right now? Not the one we have, but
I mean,
that seems unfair.
No, it's totally fair. Which playbook is that from, by the way?
I remember it was one of the later playbooks.
Looking.
The playbooks were all the way at the end. Yep.
Hmm. What is it called again?
Forged in Fire.
Aha. Yeah. That's from the Breakers playbook. Each PC has been toughened by cruel experience. Get one +1 die to resistance rolls.
I mean, maybe I'm misreading something. It just looks like you get a die to resistance rolls.
True. But it also means that you have been toughened by cruel experience.
I mean, that goes for Lan anyway.
Yeah, Lan has definitely had some cruel experiences. Leia, how many cruel experiences have you experienced?
Sorry, what? I was distracted.
How much cruel experience has Leia experienced? Alternatively, you guys can improve, like, do crew upgrades, like get quarters, like actually have beds inside of the temple
I like
where you
the
can
idea
sleep.
of pet/special. Where we can see if we can make what was his name, Igris or whatever, or pet, Ifris.
Oh.
Ixis.
Ixis. You try to make Ixis into a pet.
I mean,
that would be pretty funny. I mean, I don't. Not sure how he would feel about that.
Yeah.
But
our mascot,
the same as Godax,
Ixis.
I imagine.
Ixis the mascot.
I guess.
Or we could make Goldeye our pet.
I don't think either one of them would be down with that. What?
They'll learn to like it.
Right? I mean, I guess it would be more special than pet.
I guess.
And he's kind of been more and more influential, especially since he's got his spirit fingers up in Lan. So, if you guys want to take that, you guys could get a boat to be able to travel the canals better, or a carriage so you don't have to walk through the Deathlands next time.
I don't know how often we're gonna go out into the Deathlands, though.
Brad, you're muted. You said
I am?
Nope, you're not. Never mind.
Okay, good.
Your mouth was moving. It looked like you were saying something. There was no sound.
Sorry, I must have been
just the
muttering.
possessing him.
I apologize.
Apparently.
I mean, I kind of like Forged in Fire, although having a pet or a boat seems cool too, or a special, I guess, in a boat.
Because you get two. Get two.
Oh, we get two.
Two dots of things to. If you choose crew upgrades, you get two of them, but to get a special ability instead, it costs both.
I see. Okay. So, I'm also drawn to the Fine Ritual Sanctum. Although, I don't know what it does, but it sounds good.
Where is it?
I mean, you've kind of... Fine Ritual Sanctum is here.
There's crew upgrades, there we go.
It would be like taking your birthing chamber and expanding its purpose to include other rituals.
Okay.
And then every ritual in the future would have a bonus of being used with this fine sanctuary.
Okay. And if we did do that, we could get something else in terms of like a layer quality. Yes?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Okay, so could we get a actually, first tell me, how does the thing work with the boat?
With a boat?
Yeah. Like, do we need to have boat dots, or does that just mean that we can have, or like, do we need to?
You would have boat docks.
Okay.
I would, yeah. So those boxes are not linked, so you could have one boat or two boats.
Okay.
Down at Mastery here, the boxes are linked. You have to spend both boxes to get Mastery.
Okay. So we could get, could we get a 1 dot like quality or lair thing, and a special ability?
No, the special ability costs 2 dots.
Okay.
And
could we get a
new
crew
cohort,
upgrade and a quality?
Yeah, Yeah, you can get.
Okay.
So right now I have it set at oh no, my box. As a fine ritual sanctum and the special pet. Your special being, that Ixis is officially part of the crew.
Yeah, we could take gold eyes instead, though.
Or gold eyes, yeah, your choice. I mean, that might solve a problem if it's gold eyes.
Yeah. I mean, it might not solve a problem if it's gold eyes.
It might create a problem if it's gold eyes. Yeah. So, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with that?
Or we could get a boat. Boat's nice as well if we live on a bridge.
Well, okay, so
And if we want to screw with the canal dockers.
If we did take Pet, could we wait to see whether it turns out to be Gold Eyes or Ixis, depending on how things go, how the fiction plays out?
Sure. I would be fine with that. Then you can declare it mid-session once
we feel we need the pet.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound good to you guys?
Sure.
Yeah, the only thing is that I feel like I'm generating a lot of stress doing the things I want to do.
That's appropriate.
And I want to do something about that. I can do that and play like by getting advances elsewhere though. Make sure that I'm better at stuff. Like I'm less likely to fail.
Not necessarily.
Or you can get more coin and spend it on extra actions, extra downtime actions, like clerics dress twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a spider ability that I might take as a playbook, which is you get an extra downtime action for yourself or someone else.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good one.
I'm thinking of taking a little something on the side, which gives me 2 stash after every downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, the extra coin is an extra action and another coin for something else.
Well, those go straight into your stash. They don't go into your coin.
Makes sense for Leah, though.
Basically, you can pull them back out of your stash, but you'd only get 1 coin. Or you can leave them in your stash and slowly improve your lifestyle. And since
which would
Leah
give me what?
So you would, play into your finery. You could get finery. Basically your cat. You're right in my cat. Okay. Sorry, you can't see it because it was off camera, but the cat is asleep right in front of me, and she just stretched and pushed herself into my chest, and I'm like, what are you even doing? It was very distracting. So
Stash.
I'm trying to look up a page for stash, and I can give you a better. Basically, you're poor. You're living on a pallet in a common room of the bridge, in the cathedral, or in a shack in a different area. You come in every day. You improve this quality of life by increasing your stash.
Yeah.
From 0 to 10 stash, you are a poor soul. You end up in a reeking flophouse, awash in vice and misery. If you were to retire right now. Meager is if you were to retire right now, you could afford a tiny hovel that you call your own. Between 21 and 39, you'd be modest, and you would have a simple home or apartment with some small comforts, and you might operate a tavern or a small business. Or by the time you get to 40 stash, you have a fine, well-appointed home, claiming a few luxuries, and you might operate a medium business. This is where you would retire at. In addition, each indicates the quality of your lifestyle, from 0 being street life to 4 being luxury. So, basically, this is like your personal. You're investing in yourself, basically.
Fair enough.
Like you're buying physical items that you take
Yeah.
home with you and make your life better. And you can pull that money out again, but basically that means you take those items that you bought and you sell them at a pawn shop. So it both makes your life less awesome and also gives you less money back than you put in.
That's a cool mechanic, though.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Leah going to a pawn shop and selling her luxuries there.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go to a pawn
You'd have
shop
to
to
be
rob the
pretty
place.
desperate. Yeah, right? Where are you going, cat? Stay here. Okay. Yeah, so that's how that works. It's a pretty cool advance. Did we want to settle on find Ritual Sanctum and the pet special to be declared later?
Sure.
It
Okay.
makes sense, story-wise, to get those as advances.
Cool.
And then I'll just either go for I'll go for one of the spider upgrades next, either the extra downtime action, or you can help someone 3 times per like I don't know how they called it, per heist, per action, per thing, without taking
score.
stress, per score, right? Without taking any stress. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
that would
pretty
also
sweet.
save me stress and fit with Lan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I find that I have been taking on, like I added a special ability and I'm really close to another, but I haven't done anything with stats. Oh well. But after the next special ability, then I'll work on stats.
I did a little bit with stats just now. Sweet Prowl 2. Now I
I
don't
want to
have to
get my
fight
special
stuff.
ability quicker, so that's why I put everything there. I'm one off.
Is there still the possibility for me to change my mind and put the point instead in Prowl and Skirmish?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Cool. I'm feeling I'm gonna need Skirmish sooner, and it would be cooler to be good at Skirmish.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we're still at like the end of the session time, so like if you were to say that at the beginning of next session when you're like about ready to roll some dice, then I'd be like, no.
Oh,
But
and
right now, I don't even care.
thank you for the follow, Save Me Jeebus. I appreciate it, and you rock.
You so rock.
So sorry for the interruption, though. But I think are we pretty much done here?
Yeah. I think we're good.
Well, thank you so much for running. Kelso, where can people find you?
I'm on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Kelsa. If you follow me, I tweet about whenever I'm running or playing in role-playing games, which is pretty often, actually. I also always put up a host on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi. And occasionally I actually stream some stuff, but it's mostly Overwatch, for what that's worth. Yeah, that's where you can find me online. I'm currently either running or playing in 4 games being streamed. Obviously here for Blades in the Dark, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. On Thursdays, I'm going to be playing in a new Die Party game with Henley called Fulcrum, where we are going to be gaining superpowers. I'm turning into a cat again. It's cool. That was my superpower. We don't know what our superpowers are yet. We will be finding out tomorrow night. Very excited. That's on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Friday nights, 5 p.m. Also Pacific time. All of these are Pacific time. I play on AP Gaming Reels channel where we play Mistborn RPG. We were playing 2 different timelines. One in the, if you're familiar with Mistborn and its sequels by Brandon Sanderson, we're playing the main Mistborn adventure, and then also Mistborn Alloy of Law. We switch back and forth between them. Coming up this week is going to be Alloy of Law, and that is a lot of fun. It's got like steampunk magic, but it's weird metal-based magic that have a lot of restrictions. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love. I'm sorry, but I love Brendan Sanderson's like magical systems, like that.
So
it's detailed and just so much meat there. It's really cool.
Definitely. Playing in that game is so much fun because I love the world that we're in. I love the people I'm playing with. I love our fans who make fan art. Like, oh my gosh, like, whew, me chills. That's great. And then I'm also playing in a Blades in the Dark game on Saturdays, normally at 1 in the afternoon. But we're either going to be playing early or not at all this week due to a conflict with one of our players. We will post about that as soon as we know. Where I'm actually a player in Blades in the Dark on Eric Vulgaris' channel. That is a lot of fun and enjoy a lot. So that's all of the places and things that I do, except also playing board games with Esteni on Sundays. God, I do too much stuff. Anyway, if you follow me on Twitter, I will tweet about these things, and it's probably easier to keep track of than me rambling. So that is Kelsa at Kelsa on Twitter.
Cool. And Hassa and Dimitar, if you have any shout outs or want to say where people can find you, by all means. But I don't want to put you on the spot if you want to hold off on that.
I'll just say that I'm also on the internet.
All right.
That's me.
There is this cool stream. It's called something like RPGlory.
Something, right?
Yeah, it's like something about 10 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I have a feeling like that just happened. Like
Yeah.
deja vu, or yeah.
We just missed it, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 7 Central European time, and I'm pretty sure you can find us there every week.
Also coming up on Saturday at 10:30 p.m. we'll be taking Waterdeep, which is 5th edition high level D&D game with a fair amount of intrigue. We're out of dungeon crawling mode, at least for a little while. And then on Sunday, I'll probably be doing a open viewer game of the Eschaton, which is a far future transhumanist game using the fate system so that it's super flexible. And I invite you all to check it out and maybe join in. And I guess that's going to be it. Let me see if I can find someone very cool to host. Just a moment.
Sure you will. I have faith in your cool finding skills.
I mean, Adam Coble is broadcasting right now, and he is
cool.
Yeah, he's definitely very cool. But he's got a million followers. He doesn't need more viewers. He's doing fine. Is there anybody else doing Roll20 right now? Yes. So I'm gonna. Oh, there's someone doing Rogue Trader, which is like the Warhammer 40k universe. That sounds super cool. So I am recommending checking out the Uber Lizard, who's doing Gothic Far Future with for the Emperor. So bye everybody, thanks. Oh, and if you
Thanks for having us and for everything.
And if you enjoyed this this show and haven't already hit follow, please do so so you'll know when I and set notifications on so that you'll know when I go on live again. Thanks again.
Bye bye.